Hi, everyone. Welcome to another interview from our interview series with successful business analysis practitioners. Today, I will be interacting with Raghunath to understand his journey of becoming CBAP certified in his own words. Hi, Raghunath. How are you?
Very well. Thank you, Nitin. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. So before we begin with the interview, Raghunath, if you can tell our viewers about yourself, how your professional journey has been till now, it would be great.
Okay. So I started my career as an accountant. I did my chartered accountancy, cost accountancy, typically in India. And then I moved to the Middle East in 1998. Right. I started working as an accountant and auditor. But for the past 22, 23 years, I am into the business application consulting. Have seen the breadth and length and width of this in various roles. Right, coming from a functional background or the business background, I started as a consultant, but evolved over a period of time into commercial consulting, the business application. My strength has always been the process. Right, I always believe the process has to be right at any cost. Right. So I tell my guys when I say when I'm mentoring them. So mentoring is always my passion, and I keep doing it for last 25 years. I'm doing it. I tell them don't ever go and implement a software. Automate a business process. This is the mantra that you should be doing it. So for that, you need to understand the business very well, the processes very well. And that's why the business analyst becomes a critical factor in all the automation. So last 22 years, I've been into business application consulting. I used to run my business. I'm in Dubai the last 25 years. And I used to run as an entrepreneur for 5-6 years my own company on business consulting and management consulting, plus ERP and CRM, all those application implementations, largely into Microsoft Dynamics suite of products, and also a bit of an SAP FICO consulting. So this is the this is the brief in a nutshell about myself, and the journey continues.
Yeah, learning never ends.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how did you decide that CBAP, or what motivated you to take CBAP?
Okay, I should have done this about 25 years ago, to be frank, because I'm 52 now. See, what I always been thinking is, yes, we have got all the experience to run this or to do this profession, to practice this. But all said and done, the certification always is required for you to position yourself. It's more about the marketing or the positioning. In my case, I can differentiate between what will happen when you are in your 25 and 30 and doing the certification, and later you are launching on your business career as a professional business analyst is different from what I am doing now. Because I thought that I need this certification. This is something that I'm lacking. But for that, I'm doing my job perfectly as a business analyst practitioner, right?
Yeah.
So this is what actually motivated. And as you said rightly, there is no end to learning, right? I just got into this certification, and I'm also planning to do my PhD as well. I'm just thinking about that, and that also into business analysis and processes only. Right. So this is something that I keep doing it, because learning makes yourself perfect. Right. Learning makes you more matured, and it makes you function your profession pretty well. So this is the motivation for me. Yeah, I need to have a professional certificate on the practice that I'm doing it, which I didn't have. So this is the motivation.
Agree. Completely agree with you, Raghunath. CBAP is not an easy certificate. We all know that it's one of the toughest and one of the most recognized certificate in business analysis world. So, were there any challenges which you faced, and if you did, how did you overcome those challenges? If you can share that with us.
Okay. The challenge that I faced, most people wouldn't have faced. I'll tell you why. I have been practicing this and then doing my certification. So when I have to do this certification, I need to unlearn what I have been practicing. In the sense, practicality is different, and how you do your, how you learn and do your certification, get qualified, is totally different, right? As you said rightly, it's a very, very difficult certification. That is the reason it has got a great value in the employment market as well. It is equivalent to any professional degree, like that you have. And as I was earlier mentioning, business process is something really, really critical. Every business organization fail because they have not defined their processes correctly, right?
Yeah.
So when you say business analysis, people always think about, it's a product management, it's a product development. No, that's not the case. You define your process on where you start your business and where you end your business. And that you do it within a framework. And that's where the CBAP comes into the picture, right? Doing it within the framework. So the challenges that I faced is I need to unlearn what I have been practicing, right? It was difficult for me. In fact, if you look at it, I did the, my 35 hours of PDU, the learning part of it, I did it in 2021, a couple of years back, right? Okay. And I took the exam only recently, right? Okay. Another challenge that I faced in taking the exam was, it's 2 years. I learned. The trainer was perfect, fantastic. This is the first, I was wondering when the trainer told me, it's the trainer that told me that you need to unlearn. I said, what? Yeah. Then why am I doing this? No, for you to get qualified, get certified rather, you need to unlearn. Then you continue doing what you have been doing it, right? Because the reason for it is some of the theories are not practically, you may not be able to do it, but most of the theory that in CBAP you are able to apply to the real world scenarios, but change of culture, change of region, change of environment, change of the political environment, the people. When you look at it in Dubai, there are 156 nationalities that live and work in Dubai, right? So multiple cultures. It's a mix, right? We call it as a khichdi, right? So it's a mixed thing, right? You have to adjust yourself into this. Yeah. Onto this. So this was my difficult proposition that I had. But for people who do it in the age of 20s and 30s, the difficulty that they would face, that I have seen with my friends who did it along with me, is that they don't look at it from the business perspective. They look at this CBAP like any other certification, right? I got the set of books. BAB, like that other certification has got their own BOKs, right? They do that. That's easy. But here you need to understand the business first. The questions that's being asked is more analytical questions. Theory is pretty much less. They never ask you anything directly on the theory. It's about how in the business scenario you apply your knowledge of business analysis. So you think you are doing a business. So this is the most difficult part, and a lot of people don't get their certification done at their first attempt because of this reason.
Agree. It's not that easy. I agree.
Correct. So this was the challenge that I faced personally, and most of the people would face when they do it at the younger age of certification. Another thing, another reason also I did this certification at this age is, right, I'm planning to move out of this region, probably UK or somewhere. So when I go to a new place, the first thing they look at it is, experience is fine. Do you have your certification? And that's where I'll get stuck. And this is another motivating factor for me to get into this certification, right?
It's kind of a brownie point on your CV. When you have the experience, but now you are, it's like a cherry on the cake, basically.
Yeah, correct. It's an icing. You're right. Yeah.
So you must have done some kind of research when it came to selecting the training institute for which you want to opt for, because there are many training institutes there in the market. So how did you finalize that Techcanvass will be one of your institute, one of the training institute for CBAP?
When you talk about rating of any educational institution or the institute in this case, it's very, very difficult decision to take. It's very, very difficult decision to take. So you go through many other sites, you go through many other ratings that come in. Everything, you will always have a mixed opinion on this, right? You need to put your knowledge and then your kind of an analytical thinking along with the data. This is only a data. This is not a decision. When I say this is my perspective, but when you do a real analysis on the institutes, first of all, you need to list down what is it that you are looking in training. Different people look at different things, right? For me, I need to just get certified. Learning, because I'm practicing for the past 24 years, I'm fine with that. I just need a certificate. For that, how should I learn? That's one part of it. So for some other people who are very young, they said, no, I need to learn also because I'm new to this practice, right?
Yeah.
So we need to list down our KPIs on the training. Okay, the most difficult, it's 35 PDUs any institute can give. That's easy. You just attend the course.
Yeah.
No, for 5 days, you get your PDUs. That's not the objective. Okay. With Techcanvass, how I found out is with all these ratings, I started talking to many people, right? All the institutes. But the kind of comfort when I spoke to the representative of Techcanvass was totally different. There were only a couple of institutes that it was giving that comfort to me, first of all, right? When you talk to them, right? Actually, pricing is one part of it. I mean, training pretty much is the same thing across. I mean, it doesn't matter. But it's about how comfortable you are even when you are going to start the journey with someone because of whom or who is going to play a major role in your certification, which is the training part of it, right? So the comfort level, I got it when I started interacting with the Techcanvass representatives was totally different from that I got from other people. As I told you, only with a couple of people with Techcanvass and other institute, I got this. And finally, putting into, I put my analytical thing, okay, what are the things that I want? And I started rating it, giving a weightage to each of those. So in that, I bumped into Techcanvass.
Okay.
No regrets on that because when I started my journey, it was excellent because I did a weekend classes, right? It was a Saturday, Sunday class that I did, right? When you look at the Saturday, Sunday class, it's pretty much early for me because in the Indian timings when you do it, it is 1.5 hours behind we are. So it will be early in the morning. We just brush and then start doing it a class. But still, it was fresh and it was very, very enthusiastic. The class. The trainer was excellent. I would say, because as I told you earlier, again and again, I'm telling you, people with some experience on business analysis, when you are getting into the certification, please unlearn. You think that you don't know business analysis and then start reading BABOK and then follow the trainer. If you are doing with Techcanvass, please follow the trainer because he is the one day in and day out doing it. And the training was also, he was not overdoing. He was perfectly doing the slides and the points that he was giving against each and every module, every domain that you talk about here, it was perfect. It was not over and it was not less as well. And along with the guidance, when you read the BOBOK, I mean, you don't need anything, but just to do your, the mock exams.
So your early morning classes paid off, Raghunathan. I mean, you're now CBAP certified. So all the hard work which you started in 2021 has paid off. And now you have one of the most valued certificate in the market, which is CBAP. Any more tips which you want to share with our viewers? How was your exam day? How did you prepare for the exam day? Were you nervous? What was your feeling? How were you feeling? So if you can share those things with us, it will be great.
Okay, it's a 210 minutes of exam. Right, especially in my case, when I'm writing after several years, I would say decades, right? It was really, really a tough one in my case to take that same going back, right? Several years back. No, it was tough. Yeah. So the one thing that I did I did not touch my book. I did not read anything on the day of the exam, right? Any kind of a preparation you do it perfectly till the previous day, because that's my way of looking. Because we are not in the college where you start studying only in the last couple of months and then go for this exam. If you are trying to do it, if you are lucky, you get through. Else you don't.
Yeah.
It has to be a structured preparation. Do a lot of mock exams. Okay, when you do these mock exams, on Techcanvass, I tell you what. Another thing I wanted to mention is, after a couple of years, I contacted Techcanvass to get my 35 PDUs. I did not get that certificate when I finished the course. Okay. And voluntarily, the representative asked me, so you are going to take the exam after a couple of years. I will, they said they offered me the platform, right? Access to the platform and also to the mock exam, which I did not ask them because it's 2 years. I was feeling embarrassed, but they themselves offered, and thanks to Techcanvass for that. Right, and this is the kind of thing. So you do the preparation till the previous day. You don't do it on the day of the exam. Either you take the exam in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening. Be cool, keep your mind calm, and just take the exam. Okay, the preparation is mock exam, nothing else. Read BABOK and do the mock exam. Nothing more, nothing less. You read anything on this, And as I told you, the first tip is unlearn whatever you have learned if you are an existing practitioner of business analysis. So these are the tips. Very, very simple. Do it well, and definitely they will clear in the first attempt.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that wonderful journey of yours of becoming CBAP certified, Raghunathan. I mean, it was great talking to you. Thank you again. My name is Nitin, and I was the host for this particular interview on the behalf of Techcanvass. It was amazing talking to you, Raghunathan. Thanks again.
Absolutely, same here with me. And any candidates of Techcanvass, if they want any kind of a mentoring, any kind of a tip, they can always contact me. And I'm very happy to help them out. Right?
Thank you.